All right, guys, the end of day number 1 here at UCC.
Day 1 at UCC.
Let's just a recap, Will.
Oh,
Tone
sorry.
it down. It's 1:30 in the morning.
1:30 in the morning, guys.
Okay, so we had the drag race day today. We had a good day. Honestly, we're in way better position than ever we have been before. The trucks
We're 11th, 12th, 15th, something like that.
A lot of fast trucks here today. A lot of real drag race specific trucks, and they were fast, real fast.
They put on a clinic.
But
not in mile per hour. We did good that. We weren't so great in the ET department.
If miles an hour was a factor, we'd be doing way better than we are now. The fact is we have a heavy truck that's slow to get started, but man, do we come out on strong in the end. So we had a best run of 6.07 at 130 miles an hour. And at the end of that run, the injector popped out, shooting. It literally blew out of the head and was shooting all over the engine bay for the last part of that run.
So you lost the last 60 feet of power,
yeah,
but still trapped 130 and a half. It's pretty good for half fuel.
Yeah, that speed should be at least a half a second faster than we're going. So a lot of work to do on chassis. We're really fat. We're heavy. Overall, we've been fighting cylinder head issues all day long.
Tuliping valves. So on the dyno before we came, whenever we get around 2,600 horsepower, it would tulip the intake valves from cylinder pressure. And so we turned the truck down, we thought, for drag racing, but apparently half fuel at this altitude still makes 209 pounds of boost.
209 pounds of boost is the highest in data log. That's crazy.
And like 170 by second gear. I mean, that's a lot of power in second gear. No wonder it hates the tires.
Yeah, so the last pass, yeah, so we had 3 passes today. The first one we had to abort because the linkage broke. So all of a sudden my pedal went dead.
Right as it got into third gear, and it rolled to a 610 at 107. It was on its way probably for a 590 pass, if I had to guess.
It was going well, yeah.
And it was good 60. I mean, not awesome, but it was like a 159, 60 foot or something. Anyways, it was pretty good.
But we got back to the truck, and the valves had tuliped so much, we decided we had to swap the head. So we swapped the head, went back, ran that.
Wait, now quick, when was on while swap lead? We pulled the lines off, valve covers came off. I mean, it was a big ordeal. Huge production. Swapped the head. I pulled the head off the backup engine.
Yep.
It was torqued down.
Yep.
So guys put a head back on there. You go up for pass number 2. You leave that 30 pounds of boost instead of 40.
Bog out of the hole.
Because it bounced and we're like, oh, maybe left too hard. That was a mistake. We should have left harder, not softer.
Well, maybe.
And in that round was your 607 at 130.
With a super, yeah, just going out the hole way too slow.
So tell people, was that the most power you felt in that truck at the drag strip?
Yes. My gosh, I could barely keep it into my lane. When third gear hit, it torques her so hard to the left. I was in the right lane. I thought, I'm gonna cross center line. There's nobody on the track but me. I'm not letting out of it at all. And I'm like going like this, trying to keep it in the lane. You see my tracks, it's like a rainbow going down the strip.
So you went about 800 feet in the 660 pass?
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
And right at the end, that injector popped out of the head.
And it sounded like the motor lost. We're like, oh crap, what was that? We go down there, just an injector. I'm like, oh, we got this, no problem.
So we fixed that, and so then we got to do one more run. We're like, we're gonna leave harder this time, let the tires spin a little bit, then they're grabbed because they're drag racing slicks, and it'll be awesome. We'll roll. So okay, so I launched it. Plan was 45 pounds of boost, and I think I launched right around 45 pounds of boost. And as I was leaving, I could feel it almost like a little tire shake, a little skate. It's not quite grabbing.
It's kind of biting and shaking
a little bounce, like, oh, it's gonna go, it's gonna grab. They spin and then they grab. Then what happens is they shift to second gear and the torque converter locked, and instead of grabbing, it just blew them all white off, white smoke off all the tires, like totally sideways, go in the other guy's lane, abort the run, and we didn't. And it's like, well, didn't get to have a Hail Mary run, but at the end of the day, we're in better position than we've ever been after day 1. Honestly.
Yeah, so we're actually optimistic because we've been here 3 times and this is the first year that we've been within
Not last place.
1,000 points of first place.
Yes.
So that's good.
That's
We're
good.
within 500 or 600.
But the valves are tuliped once again. So we're trying to find the best valves out of both heads. They're making one head out tonight.
So it's Frankenstein head tomorrow.
Frankenhead.
We're going to represent Victory, Ferrea, Manly, and Brodix
valves.
all in the same head.
All in the same head. So we're going to get our best valves in the head and cross our fingers. And
don't worry, I got my little New Way cutters, and I'm going to be cutting some seats tonight.
so we're going to try to get a head put together so we can dyno tomorrow. We're going to refresh the trans, just put new clutches in. So hopefully we can hit a big number, smack big number. We're going to try. We'll see what happens. Every dyno is different. Don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow, but we're going to give the best we got.
The trap speed today is promising that the truck's making power.
Truck's making power, so we think our dyno numbers from Cedar City are
probably legit.
probably reasonable
considering
that. And so yeah, big night tonight. Josh is over here putting in his fresh engine. He sourced a new engine after he blew his
Yeah,
up.
we got a little update on Josh. Josh ran his first run, and something happened, injector hung open or something.
Yes.
He ran like an 11-second. They figured it out, got the injectors to work right, and he did a second pass. And he was on tune 2 when progressive 88 jet or something that ran like a 610 in Grand Junction, and he's lower altitude. He thought it might run a 590. And
622.
it ran a 655 at
655.
120, 119, 121, something like that. Well, we'll post time slip or whatever. And Josh called me, pulled over to the end of the track. He's like, dude, I lost the motor. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? So he pulled it apart and he had melded some pistons in there.
We're pushing the liner out.
Oh, dude! New mod.
And it's unfortunate. I mean, it's an expensive motor. It's well built. It's got good parts in it, and sometimes stuff gets too hot. Tune-up's wrong, whatever.
Injectors hang open.
I mean,
here to come around.
I mean, anyway, it could happen.
It's a sweet build, and Josh, to his credit, is pulling it out. He found another engine. It's in the truck right now. They're putting it together, and he's going to be on the dyno tomorrow. And he didn't even bring a spare engine, and yet somehow he found.
He said, "I am not swapping an engine if this
no matter what
Enforcer breaks. I'm not even going to swap it. I'm just done."
He's not going to bring an engine to swap in. What's he doing? He found an engine. He's swapping it. So kudos to Josh. He's killing it. Freaking represent the team.
And I'm scared tomorrow because now that it's not a really expensive engine, that guy might put 5 or 6 kits on it. Let's be honest.
Stand back. You're gonna stand back.
Stand back. You know what? I mean, we blew up at KOS, and that was only 4 jets, and they've got bigger injectors, better tuning.
Stay tuned for tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome. We got a lot of work to do tonight, so we're gonna go get after it. And tomorrow's big day in the dyno. So yeah, check in with us tomorrow, and we'll see you then.
Thanks, guys. One more thing, guys. We read your comments on YouTube, and we noticed that guys are like, we want more footage, we want more updates. These daily updates are quick videos to give you an insider view of UCC.
Yeah, real quick.
We're gonna drop a big, longer video that has the good edit, all the
awesome.
Takes time to edit and make a good video. All the footage that we have. We're gonna make a really awesome video at the end.
Massive video.
Recap everything, big video drop. But right now, these are just quick. Give you the story.
Yeah.
Let you feel like you're here if you're not here. You know, if you're across the country, in Canada where you can't come here, Australia, wherever, America, doesn't matter where you are. Check it out. We promise we're gonna drop a bigger, badder video.
Big videos coming, so watch for that.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.